Hello friends, it has been a long while since I have done a video, but this is something that is playing out in my life right now. And it is exciting news, it's wonderful news, but it's also a transition because my son, my oldest son, has actually moved out of the home into his own home and will be getting married in May. It's beautiful news. It's what we have prayed for, but it's still something I don't know how to deal with. So I am trying to work through this and trying to understand in a biblical sense what my role is as a mother to an adult young man who will soon be a husband. I want to share that coming from the Mexican American, I don't know if this is not a blanket statement because I know not everybody adheres to this, but our priority was first children, family, and then spouse. And that obviously is out of order, but that is something that many, I believe, Christian mothers from the Mexican culture fight and then have to get right through prayer, wisdom, and sacrifice. But that lends ourselves so easily to what I've heard, which is called a devouring mother. When I heard that, I paused and it made me ponder, am I a devouring mother? Which to my understanding is everything I put into my children is for my own selfish desire, my own pride, my own needs being met. It is not specifically to raise a child and release the child. It is to raise the child to be dependent on me and to never leave me emotionally or physically, as far as like I want him close all the time. And so I feared that, and I really have prayed earnestly. And in these last couple of weeks where there's been so much transition, God has comforted me. And I want to talk really briefly about Hannah, and we all are familiar with the story of Hannah, how she prayed for Samuel and she told God, I will give him back to you. And in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 27, it says, for this I prayed, and the Lord has granted me my petition, which I asked of him. Therefore, I also have lent him to the Lord. As long as he lives, he shall be lent to the Lord. So they worshiped the Lord there. But in the Hebrew, she's not saying I'm letting God borrow my son. To be lent is a complete giving up of her son. When we dedicated our children to the Lord, when we took them to the altar, we said, God, we give this child back to you. And what we meant by that is everything we do from now on is to raise a godly young man and a godly young woman to serve in the kingdom. So to comfort me, God brought me back that memory of when my husband and I took Christian to the altar. And God reminded me, he's not yours, he's mine. Don't you trust me? And I needed that because my life, I've tried to be balanced and be my own person and have my hobbies. I've tried and cultivate that friendship with my husband. But ultimately, my life has been trying to raise godly children. And when so much of you is squeezed out willingly for an individual, it is so hard to say, bye, go. It's like a little death, I think. So for us who fight the desire to not let go, we must be mindful that they were never ours in the first place. And if they leave our home, godly young men and women of character and integrity, then our phase in their life of being a child under us is complete. Now we have to retake the role of being a support and a individual that speaks life and speaks it with respect and love. I hope this helps women who are transitioning into other roles, and I hope this helps us keep us tempered and not be those devouring mothers. God bless you.